A few things I forgot to mention yesterday when making these videos. You're not limited to squares. You notice here here's a 5 by 20 set of squares, and here is an 8 by 50. And if you don't like that there's this very slight differentiation between these, I guess it's more visible right here. I'm going to unlock that layer and then select this. If you'd like to add more definition, the best way to do it is with a stroke, but listen up because there's a gotcha here. So if I change this stroke, and can you think of a color that goes with each one of these? And I can't, but neutral grays, this is a no-brainer. Now remember, Photoshop is going to want to work on even pixels. There's a catch here still, okay? So don't set this to half a pixel or 1.5, but you have to go into the stroke panel, and of course that's under Window Stroke, and it's down here. I've got the stroke panel sitting right there, and then this panel needs to be you may see it like this. You click to open it up. Here, where do you want to line the stroke? This is centered on both sides of the edge. That's not what we want. This is on the inside, which is what we want. This is on the outside, which no, because that would put it out into this gray zone, and then these two strokes would overlap, and you'd have, So anyway, put this on the inside, and then we have this nice 1 pixel stroke that Photoshop can see. And if we deselect, I'll go ahead and lock that layer, you can now see that we do have absolute definition here. And Photoshop can also use these gray lines in ways that'll work sometimes a lot better than the white. You may find a use for the white as well, so I'm not going to say don't use that. But I would avoid things like red or yellow or purple. Got that? Okay, lastly, saving this out. Let's say this one is done. What I would do is I would save a version of this. This was already saved, so I'd do a save as, Shift-Command-A, or Shift-Command-S, excuse me. And then we have the name of our base file. And then I just hit the right arrow and then call this is 5 by 20. So 5 by 20. And then go ahead, and now this is no longer the action set file that ruled the rest of them. This is now just the version for 5 by 20. I would come in here and click and shift click and throw that away, and then click and shift click and throw that away, not duplicate it, and then just Command S. And then you can come in and open up that other file and save it out. Actually, what I would do, if I close that, I would go ahead and save each one of the versions from this file. I just go ahead, save as, save as, save as, make a copy of this big, huge file, and then open these up back individually and delete everything that wasn't the file I wanted, which you can see here if we open recent. So each one of these would open up. It would be a much slimmer file, and when you use Photoshop to place these images, you don't have all those other confusing elements, and then you can reuse this. And not only with this set that's from this, so what is it, 3558. Think about Photoshop and how it could use maybe the 3D LUT action to give common colors to different images that you've sampled, and use this. There's just so many possibilities here, so many things we could do, and I want to see somebody run with this, because I'll tell you what, for SCOSIGN, I'm running with it, that's for sure.